welcome back to NieR, part 13. So now let's do more let's finish the side quests, some of the side quests that you have in store. Starting with, let's see, I think, yeah, the one where we need to, basically a guy in Seafront asked us to deliver a flower to his girlfriend that lives here in Asshole Town. Basically, this supposedly will convince her to go back to him and live her days happily ever after.
No, Jova, do you know where we are?
What?
We're in the quarry from Pan.
Oh my god, you're right!
I really like the music in this town, though.
That reminds me, someday...
Sorry, I couldn't catch that, Peter. You like it or not?
I really like the music in this town, that's what I was saying.
Someday what, Jova?
Just... So there you go, the citizens are actually opening up a bit, maybe?
I think I get what you're saying. We got to fill in that gap in our second Pan commentary.
Yeah, I wonder if it's gonna get to the point where we might as well just do a 5-member commentary opinion.
Also, there you go. That platform where we impaled Ook is actually magically got up again.
I guess they rebuilt it. Although I wonder, how do they build those platforms? Like, what do they go?
Yeah, again, this entire city, the way it's constructed baffles me, especially because the houses are recycled military containers.
Again, too, it was constructed by whoever constructed the ruins in Eco and Last Guardian.
True. These ancient civilizations with their bizarre architecture. This must be the place the floor is what's talking about.
That's...
Oh shit.
Perhaps she moved. It doesn't look like this house has been occupied for some time.
I wouldn't blame her for moving.
Well, no point hanging around. We better go back to town.
Huh.
Wasn't there.
I wonder.
Guess you were right, Slice.
I find it difficult to determine who is right at this point.
Humbleness from Vice? Wow.
More like proper judgment. Anyway, as I mentioned, here is one of the fun spots where you can get potentially the eagle egg. Where you go, we got the eagle egg for the quest that we need.
One of the most rare drops, apparently.
Yeah. Whatever.
Oh, fuck.
Not important. Basically... Hold on.
We've certainly taken on a rather trying job this time.
Is he referring to the rare drop rarely away?
Yeah, potentially you can actually sold it because it's actually very valuable. But, yeah, the quest is important.
Perhaps we should place our own financial situation ahead of the concerns of an elderly woman.
Depends. Wouldn't it be funny if she ends up awarding more than
At any rate, the choice is yours. You can technically get more money by selling it, but you can also complete the quest by satisfying the woman.
What, does the reward that she give grant?
No, it's still money. Remember, this is one of the quests that just gives you money. Anyway, I'm thinking I'm gonna showcase here a shortcut that you can get because you need to do a lot of back and forth in order to farm of this spot. But on the way back, you can do this, and NieR just survives because Zelda logic.
Hey, you gotta do that nice dodge roll, and that.
And oh, there's a shade here.
Well, shoot.
How did he got here? I don't know.
I guess they don't have Kaine to...
No, Kaine is waiting outside for now.
I know. But I wonder what the villagers said. It sounds like Kaine would often help keep some...
That's because, again, the asshole town citizens are opening up a bit, but Kaine is not that willing, again, to forgive easily, so for now she's gonna just wait a bit. Don't worry, Jova, we'll get more closure with asshole town later on in the game.
Really?
Yeah, trust me, Jova, just not maybe in the way one may think. Taro again is full of surprises when it comes to story arcs.
It's so weird getting character development from villagers that we never even see because they shut them.
Yeah, that's kind. Later on we will see some of them, but the majority of these people are still locked in their houses. On a developer perspective, it's convenient that this way they don't have to animate a lot, so they can contain the budget. And there we go. Then we need to just destroy the clock, and there we go. Go ahead, Jova.
I wonder if they stay locked in because of how dangerous this area is to live in.
I don't know.
But yeah, geez, we got a boss tier shades here.
It's one of the mini bosses you can find in some particular area. The point is, at this point of the game, you still are a bit under leveled in order to take it down, but it's still doable with the equipment and the items that you have. Ow. It's just a bit of a marathon there to get. But basically, with the right drops, you can increase your attack power and just lay it more easily. There we go. There we go, done it. And we got an actually pressed flower.
The shade had a flower.
I wonder. This is a freesia, the same flower that we were delivering to the woman.
That can't be a coincidence. I think the woman was attacked by a shade.
Oh boy. And she was probably killed by it. That's charming.
Which woman are we talking about?
The fiancé of the guy in Seafront who gave us this quest.
Oh.
Anyway, here I'm just showcasing a bit of an area that we'll visit later on, because I was just hanging around farming some of the materials that we need for the other side quest, the one for the merchant. This is the Forest of Myth. It's... I don't know how to describe this place because it's small, but it's weird.
I thought you said the Forest of MILF.
No.
There is quiet.
No.
Why does your mind deviate to those things, Twibs? I mean, you know, Pedro used to be our spokesperson for that, but you serve.
Well, I'm English. Wait, I'm English, so I do it better.
That's cheap.
Ah. Weird.
Anyway.
I thought English was supposed to be the stereotypically clean and posh type.
When was that ever a thing?
It's all about the back and forth between Vice and Papa NieR. But anyway, this place, as you can see, is almost always covered with fog. It's like kind of like another village, but you will not find shops here. You need to go here a couple of times for the story, and there are a couple of side quests that you need to do in order to get all the endings in the game. We'll get more in another part. For now, we'll just keep hanging around. But keep in mind this place because things get weird really easily when you are here.
But it
Just
seems
say
so
that.
calm, peaceful, serene, like people handing
Trust
out
me,
gifts.
Joe. You have no idea where the game wants to go with this place.
Although I gotta say, the people standing around seem like they're smoking something, I'll admit.
Well, considering where we're
Well,
supposed
it's quite foggy
to,
around here.
considering what will actually happen when we get there, it's not too far of an assumption, but it's not like an acid trip. It's something different and a bit old. Pedro will probably get more of an inkling once we get there.
Sure. We'll see.
Anyway, that's all it for now, so let's just go back. I think now it's time to deliver the eagle egg to the bartender.
It's time to delete this.
It's time
No.
to...
To the duel. Alright, here we go.
Shame we never get to see you riding the boar.
I think I forgot actually about recording it, but again, you can actually drift with it. I should have been.
I got your
I
damn
should have
eagle egg.
Wow, thank you.
Sing.
And here we go. Could you bring this to my grandmother for me? She'll probably be near the fountain in front of the library.
Sure. And please don't bring...
Ladies Elixir Plus. Alright, let's give it to the old woman. Maybe she will feel better.
Alright.
Obviously, she's an old lady, so Pedro, it's all yours, but she has like 2 lines of dialogue. Basically, what you need to know about her story is that she's actually ill. Oh, no, go ahead. Please.
Got more medicine for you.
Oh, it's like the nice young man again. Thank heavens you arrived.
The children
My
stop.
bloating is just out of control today. And you wouldn't believe the bunions that are starting to form on my...
Whoa, wait, look at the time. Gotta go. You take care of yourself, alright?
Also, doggy.
Don't know.
Aww.
It reminds me of one of my... It's starting to remind me of one of my favorite
comedy skits that we have over here, which is two old ladies competing on who has the most diseases.
And that might be
Basically,
one of our
all the
SNL
story
skits.
That
is
sounds so
that,
lovely.
aside from being sick in the way she described, she also sits her day on the fountain by watching the kids running around. Anyway, let's now give the stuff at the merchants.
Well, to give you an idea, Shiro, like one of the jokes is that after the time is done and they're finished rattling, so ladies, how do you feel? This is very hard in here. At home, it's much easier. Only now I remember that I have cancer.
Got your materials.
I forgot to voice it, but Drova, go ahead, man.
Yeah, because they're just about to launch the trading vessel. As soon as your cargo is on the ship, I can pay you. If you want to help load it, I can throw in a little extra.
Anyway, we loaded.
This is a mess.
Yeah, we're loading cargo from all sorts of traders into this ship.
Alright.
It's kind of like, egalitarianism.
I don't understand half the things you say.
I'm a complicated guy.
Anyway, maybe I can organize this.
If you carry the cargo to the front of a ship, the crew can bring it inside for us.
So just carry it over there then.
There we go.
If I may,
No.
What is it?
what are we doing here?
We're organizing all this stuff.
Let me rephrase myself.
Okay.
This is for the sake of the merchant training.
Yes.
Then would it not be more appropriate for him to take care of his own...
He has a point.
Oops.
He needs to learn.
We're just helping him out.
For
I
some
yearn
gold.
for the day when someone shows such kindness to us.
There may be one day, Vice, don't worry.
Imagine that NPCs doing stuff for you. You're fantastic. Now we just have to wait for the ship to leave. You don't mind if I pay you after the trade is complete? I can give you more money then. And then everything will be, awesome.
Everything is
That's not the word I was
awesome.
expecting you to say, but sure, I can wait.
Everything is cool when you're part of a
team. Everything is awesome.
No.
Living in a
Anyway, there you go. You had to wait. I forgot the conditions. I think it's you need to wait a bit or do something else, but we'll come back to it anyway. Anyway, in case you haven't noticed, I also changed. I also bought a new weapon for Papa NieR. Oh, there we go. First, we need to talk to the guy about the Rafflesia.
So, did you get the letter?
I'm sorry, but the home was empty.
Should we tell him about the
On our
flood?
way back, we were attacked by a shade that dropped this. It's a... Oh, sorry.
It's a Frisia. So, you think...
No.
No, she's alive. I know it. And I'm going to keep living my life for her.
You are?
Apparently,
I'll
yeah.
stay here and keep the business going. After all, she could come back at any time.
First step, denial. But don't worry, we'll get even more closure to the side quest later on in the game. Anyway, the weapon I get now, don't worry, this is just for the fishing side quest. It's not important. The
Yeah,
weapon I got here, it's a bit of a heavier weapon, as I think I mentioned. Weapons have a weight system, not in a sense that they slow you down by walking, but the movements, the speed of your attacks actually. And this cake, as I like to call the cake cutter, this blade, the cake cutter, is actually on the heavy type. That means it's one of the most powerful one-hand weapons you can get, at least for now, for this first half of the game. But it's actually a bit slow, so you need to decide if you want to keep a build that's built around fast attacks or more powerful but a bit slower. Later on in the game, however, you get other two different weapon types, so it opens up a bit more variety. Anyway, as I mentioned, this quest with the fisherman is all about basically improving your fishing skill and allowing you to catch bigger prey that serve both for some specific side quests, which I'm not gonna complete because they're not important, or just to basically get all the fish in the game for an achievement trophy. again, for having such a simple fishing minigame, it's actually very elaborate in a sense that it gives all the data you need about the fish, the species, the weight, and the length. Anyway, I think we should have, we have all the ingredients to make the pasta.
I found your ingredients. Sorry for the delay.
Oh, these fishermen are going to be so appreciative. Let me give you your payment. You want some dinner before you go? It's on the house.
Thanks, but I'm in a bit of a hurry. Things are going a bit too goofy around here. Maybe next time.
Excuse me, but can I get your help?
I just helped. What is it?
Look, I'll need to come up with some new dishes, but I'm just flat out of ideas.
Alright.
You're a pretty well-traveled man, so if you can run into anything interesting, maybe you could give me a holler.
Oh boy.
Well, I'm not much of a cook, but if I find anything, I'll let you know.
Hey, how about we have
Krakow,
Yona cook him up a
This is
dish?
one of those side quests that are not complete, just listen to what you need.
I have no idea where to get recipe ideas. Maybe we can find a cookbook in the library.
First we need to find a cookbook, and since Popola lives as her quarters in a library, pretty much bound to have one.
So he has no idea where to find recipe ideas, and yet he remembered the place that has recipe
Most
ideas.
of these seem to require a very exotic species of fish.
Again, why not just ask your daughter to cook him up a recipe?
Yeah, I haven't even heard of some of these. Maybe the tavern chef will have a better idea.
Cue Ignis catchphrase.
I've just discovered a new recipe.
Let dweebs be it, please.
Aha!
There
That's
we go.
it! I've uncovered a new recipe!
I have you now, Ignis. That game's gonna be so
Yeah,
much
apparently
fun.
this recipe includes shark.
Oh, great!
Shark.
We're going fishing for a shark.
I bet
But
Dwebs
it's
is looking forward to us commentating on episode Ignis.
Yeah, shark in fried rice.
Wait,
I
who's
think
looking
it's
forward
something
to it?
Japanese,
Oh, yeah.
but I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm not gonna complete this highway because you need a really high level of fishing in order to catch sharks, and I don't bother. Don't worry, it doesn't tell you anything more important.
When you refer to episode Ignis, are you talking about the DLC?
Yeah. Comes out December 2017.
Oh, that's right. Not all the DLC is out yet for that game.
At least for the time we're recording again.
Which is probably why we'll wait until all the DLC is out so we
Hold
can
on.
get the full.
Yeah.
There you go.
Same with Shovel Knight as well. We're almost there, guys.
Has the Yacht Club game said anything about King Knight's campaign? Jova? Jova!
Well, while I had my fair share today, now it's his turn.
Now, Jova got too privy to the information, so Yacht Club Games...
Yeah. He wasn't supposed to breach that in, so Yacht Club Games has now taken down Jova.
Anyway, Peter, you'll be... Hold on.
Maybe I'm
we need
right
to finish the side quest with the merchant. Listen, because it's actually a bit interesting.
Hey, how'd the trade go?
Jova? Yeah, Pedro will be back up.
Okay.
You don't look happy.
Yeah, well, I didn't realize this until I got...
I didn't realize until... Oh, apparently I got seasick. Or violently seasick. The smell in my cabin was... I had no idea God could create that much,
Barf.
Yeah. Wanted to stay in the trading business, but I don't think that's possible if I can't sail. Anyway, here's your payment.
At least he paid us.
110,000.
Again, trust me, we're going somewhere, even with this side quest later in the future, just not the way you think.
Wow, so many of these side quests all tied together, don't they?
Yeah, even my sake.
It's
with
a-
super time.
I would get seasick. Maybe next time you can try finding work that doesn't involve the ocean.
Maybe.
Maybe next time you'll try
A merchant who can't sail.
It's all connected, Jova.
Alright, let's see. Now, now it's finally time to actually go to Facade, as Kaine told us. Again, in Facade, there's supposedly a person that kind of knows that.
Yes,
would
let's
know
go to Facade, which is a
pure
totally
about seasick.
totally legit place. We swear.
Yes,
Black
ladies and
Scrawl.
gentlemen, welcome to Facade. Mayor Keiji Inafune.
What could possibly go wrong?
The Keiji Inafune, not Michael Berlin.
Plenty.
Everything can go wrong.
Basically,
Anyway,
Michael Berlin is one of the creators of Bubsy.
Also, lizard
go
tails.
to-
Again,
the
Hi
goats
there,
in the mentioned
innocent
here are a bit,
rams.
can be actually no, they're goats, not rams.
Again, yeah.
Learn the difference.
Again, this is pretty much the fighter's logic from 8-bit theater. Wait, this is shiny. It must have some important role in our quest.
Oh, a lizard.
Yeah, well, but however, aside from the drink side quest, you don't really need the tails. You can still sell them because they're easy to get.
It's not a lizard. It looks nothing like Resifans.
Anyway, as you can see now, the more we're venturing there, the more the landscape
Oh my
is
god, I
changing.
just warped in there.
Yeah, it's like Pride Lands because Facade is actually in the middle of a desert when we need to actually venture through it.
I love how the sun just set there.
Desert with a lot of sandstorm. Just listen.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
strange.
Stranger than a boorish young woman who battles monsters in her undergarments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm wondering if this was even in the script. Did I wonder if Liam O'Brien's just read the script? Just made these
No,
up?
maybe these were also the lines in the Japanese.
Remember, Dwebs, this was written in Japan first, so I'm pretty sure no.
Well, okay, Dweez may have a point in a sense that maybe the localization team got a bit creative, but no, the gist is that the lines are pretty much the same. Anyway, this apparently was a fountain, but for some reason now it just produces sand, so it appears to be out of service, I guess. And the desert is chock full of them. I will get a grasp of what's going on, and also another thing, desert wolves. Okay.
Aren't wolves usually living in
What?
forests?
Anyway, the thing is that Vice is actually describing the scorpions because we can also find scorpions in the sand. Yeah, there you go. It's
it's
an
an
enemy.
enemy.
The dweeb's version.
So there's wolves
Yeah.
and
There is a reason why there are wolves in the forest, in the desert. We'll get an explanation later.
You know, Tio,
I don't make much
Tio, the way.
coyotes.
No, they're explicitly wolves. They even call that.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, Tio, I could
I know
apply
that. I know
to-
that.
I could apply my
Right.
tactic of that tactic of describing stuff to anything really, like Ace Attorney. It's a world of madness. Deal with it.
So
There you go.
anyway,
The
what time
scorpions
are you
actually
guys
hide in, go to 23 and a half. Anyway, the scorpions actually hide in the sand, so you need to be careful. You need to see the puffs of smoke that come out of it, because if you're close, they'll just jump out of it and sting you and give you actually the poison debuff. So you don't
Ouch.
really want. Anyway, are you there,
Anyway,
Joe?
23:30.
Alright, you're almost there.
Yep.
You don't really need the materials from the scorpion, the tails and everything, but it's just for selling. Anyway, and click.
There we go.
And that's actually the leader of the wolves. That was the leader of the wolves. We're gonna have to deal
Something
with him
seemed a bit up
later.
about him though.
That's
Something's
kind of
wrong
the
with that wolf though. It's almost as if he wasn't completely there.
No, he was. Just it's not exactly your average leader of a pack. It's not Balto.
Oh, there you are. What the hell were you doing?
Anyway, you
Quick,
can
we
also
gotta-
get.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Quick, we gotta raise the scarf bridge so we can move on to the next section.
Anyway, you can also get some help in terms of knowing where the scorpions are from your mini-map, because some of these arrows actually represent the scorpion. Anyway, in this spot that I'm about to show, there is a boat, although you can't use it at the moment. It's gonna be used later on. You can also fish from here. Now, I know what you're thinking. What kind of fish you get from sand rivers? There are actually two. One of which
A
is
land
actually...
shark! You get a land shark, don't you?
Actually, no. What manner of place is this?
Sorry, Pedro, no land sharks here.
Looks like a graveyard.
I'm perfectly fine with that, thank you.
Names. Also, why do they shine if they were carved from the rock just yesterday? As if...
Uh-oh, I hope no one's been digging fresh graves.
Not really that. It's more like one of the many traditions of facade, as you will see later.
It's a
part.
facade. A trap, if you will.
Not necessarily,
Full
don't worry.
sense.
Anyway, for now, as Wise mentioned, the wolves have been retired from the path, so the path is more clear to you. Get to facade. But later on, they will always storm you all, with the scorpions, so you will have to deal with them if you want to go back and forth from facade to your village. Anyway, here we go.
The gate's closed shut.
Doesn't look like we'll be getting in very easily.
Also, hey, a proper cutscene.
Now see here.
And yes, so they're actually they're speaking a fictional language, but it's loosely based on Japanese. But basically, we don't know. Don't worry.
I thought Laura Bailey was using a force choke powers.
Don't worry, we'll get a proper translation of it next part.
I guess it translates to "open the door. I'll tell your wives you've been cheating on."
Kinda, but don't worry. There is a reason why the people here know about Kaine. And there you go. This is Facade, the city in the desert. It also rises on multiple levels. A sand bus and actually a palace governed by a king.
Wow.
This kind of looks like the capital of Lost Odyssey.
Oh.
Basically, there you go. Kaine actually saved one of the villagers, so they're actually very open to their completely different from Asshole Town.
How about that? The people out in the dangerous
So
desert are the
Kaine,
more friendly
with
ones.
her general self, is gonna stay here, chilling out on the front door, and let us do all the dirty work.
What about you?
I guess she got a sentence, so that's her job done.
Is this all?
Exactly.
Is this all she does throughout the entire game? Just start.
No,
and
don't
do
worry.
nothing?
Don't worry, no. But I remember she's still processing this thing called being...
yeah, because you're Miss Polite yourself, aren't you?
Anyway, let's see. That doesn't really
Is that
happen.
him? Is that him? Wingdings.
I think so,
I think
but I'm not
so.
sure.
In that case, Shiroi, you know the
Yeah,
character
sure,
we
we have
need.
found Gaster. Congratulations.
Oh shit.
This is what he's doing all this time. He built a city in the sand.
Well, considering Gaster, that would.
But surprisingly enough, Vice, despite all his knowledge, doesn't seem to recognize this language.
That's odd.
Keep in mind, despite his amnesia, he's technically functioning like one of those Star Trek translators. He should be functioning normally. Anyway, might as well try to see the king himself.
Power and smarts, my
Yes.
man.
Oh.
You mean using
Anyway,
the bus system?
we'll pay a visit to the king and see what we can do about even this language, whatever the fuck they're speaking. Actually, in the next part. So, see you for that.
So yeah, see ya.
See ya.
Yeah.
Tally-ho!